Hey everybody, welcome to HomeRecordingMadeEasy.com, VisionRecordingStudios.com, and here on my YouTube channel. And today is a really exciting day. This is day 3 of behind the scenes of the making of Recording Drums in Studio One Made Easy. And today is the first day of filming and day 3 of behind the scenes videos. So as you can see, I'm sitting behind the drum kit here, and we have all the lights up and the camera and all the stuff I need to start filming the very first section of Recording Drums in Studio One Made Easy, and I'm super excited. So for this behind the scenes, I just want to kind of go over the gear that we're going to be using for this series. One of the things that I mentioned in the last video, behind the scenes day 1 and day 2, I talked about being able to produce a drum recording series that was geared towards beginners and intermediates, which is important, in a really easy way to understand, giving you tons of different miking techniques and tons of different placements about tuning or tips on tuning and drum placement, so on and so forth. But I wanted to do this with affordably priced equipment, meaning there's not going to be any real high-end microphones used in this series. There's not going to be a $5,000 drum kit in this series. This is going to be done with equipment that most of you home studio owners or recording engineers either have access to or already have in your studio. And if you don't have some of the things that will be mentioned in this series, you can acquire them at a real reasonable price, and that is super important. So I went out and I spent some money and I bought some equipment, and I worked with companies like Presonus and Triad Orbit, who was generous enough to send some gear my way to use for this recording series, and I'm super appreciative of that. We'll get to that in a second. So let me just show you the stuff that we're going to be using. So as you can see, I'm sitting behind a drum kit here. This is my personal Pearl Export Series kit. Again, I'm not a real high-end drum kit. I think when I bought this drum kit a couple of years ago, when I bought it brand new, it's a 5-piece kit, 2 toms, floor tom, snare, kick. I think I paid about $900 for it brand new, and that included like a kick pedal and a hi-hat stand. So again, it's not a real high-end kit, but any drummer out there knows Pearl Export kits are very popular. They've been around for decades. It's a fantastic kit. It's not an entry-level kit by any means, but it is not a super high-end custom kit, that costs several thousands of dollars. So we're going to show you how to record a kit that's affordably priced, and we can still make it sound awesome. So we're using a Pearl Export kit. On all of the drums, I've taken off the stock heads that came with the Pearl kit, and I upgraded them to Evans heads. We're using some G2 heads on the toms and the floor tom, and we're using an HD dry Evans coated snare head, as well as an Evans batter side kick drum head. Total cost to upgrade the heads on this kit, probably somewhere around $120, $130, something in that ballpark. One tip to really getting a great drum sound, especially if you have a more affordable price kit, is to get new heads and to upgrade the heads. So whenever you want to record drums, it's real important that you have heads that are either new or fairly new, that are not all beat to hell and have duct tape taped to them and so on and so forth. So I changed the batter side heads, and I also changed the resonant side heads on the bottom as well, again to Evans heads. So that's what we're using here for the drums. For the cymbals, we're using Sabian cymbals. Again, this is from my personal collection, a 20-inch ride, an 18-inch crash here, a set of 14-inch hi-hats, and what will be coming here soon is a 16-inch crash. Again, not real high-end Sabian cymbals. These are affordably priced. I think this is the B8 Pro Series crash cymbals. This is the AAX ride cymbal, AAX hi-hats, and I believe I have a AAX 16 crash coming in. So again, not real high-end, real expensive cymbals. Certainly not the most least expensive stuff you can buy, but again, affordable stuff that every drummer or every studio that have a drum kit can afford these cymbals. And again, you can use any cymbals. You can use Zildjian or whatever you like, but I'm using Sabian cymbals. So that's the drum kit. And again, just using standard DW pedals. Again, these are upgraded from the Pearl pedals, but they're not super expensive. And so that's the drum kit. Pretty straightforward, affordably priced. Now for microphones, again, it was important to me to make sure that we could record this drum kit for the series with affordable microphones. You know, most things that you see online, especially on YouTube, where you watch these engineers recording drum kits and they show you how to record the drum kit, they do a great job. But one of the problems that I see with those types of videos in most cases is that they're done in real high-end studios through large analog consoles with a lot of outboard gear. And more importantly, they use very expensive high-end microphones, things like Neumann U87s and AKG 414s. And I own some of those microphones as well. From recording drums over the years, I've acquired some of those nice high-end microphones, and they're fantastic. You get amazing sounds with them. But the average studio owner, home studio owner especially, doesn't have access to those types of microphones. So it was important to me to make sure that we did a drum series that had affordable microphones. So the first thing I did is I went out and I purchased a set of drum mics. And this is by, hold this up to the camera here, hopefully you can see it. This is by Audix. This is called the Audix FP7 Drum Mic Kit. This is a 7-piece microphone kit with a kick mic, snare mic, and 3 tom mics, as well as 2 small diaphragm condenser overhead mics. This package, brand new from Sweetwater at the time of the recording of this video, was $4.99. So for $500, which is less than $100 a microphone, you get 7 microphones. Okay, so this is the Audix FP7, and these things sound great. I've done a lot of test recordings so far, getting prepared for this series. These things sound awesome. So you can use this or something similar to this. The next set of microphones I went out and purchased is I purchased 2 of these large diaphragm condenser microphones. This is by Studio Project. This is called the B3 large diaphragm condenser mics with a three-way pickup pattern, selectable pickup pattern with a pad on it as well. This is going to be used for when we do our 1 mic and our 2 mic technique that I'm going to show you in the series, where we're going to use solely these microphones. These, again, brand new, $149. Okay, you don't need to use U87 microphones to get a really good overhead drum sound using 1 or 2 microphones. We're going to show you with the Studio Projects B3 how you can, with an affordable mic, get a real awesome drum recording if you only have access to 1 condenser microphone or 2 condenser microphones. So that's the Studio Projects B3. Okay, so I got 2 of those. And the next 2 pieces of gear I want to show you are from Presonus. As you know, I've done some series in the past recording in Studio One Made Easy and mixing in Studio One Made Easy, and those products are extremely popular, and a lot of people watching this video and a lot of people that are a part of my followers on Facebook and YouTube are Studio One users. So I contacted Presonus. We talked about doing a drum series, and they suggested that, hey, why don't we use Presonus hardware into Studio One software to do a complete Presonus setup, and I said that would be great. Now keep in mind that this drum series is also for people who may not use Studio One. All the things I'm going to show you in this drum series apply to Pro Tools, Cubase, Ableton, Reaper, doesn't matter. The concepts and the techniques are what matter. But for this series, we're going to use Presonus hardware into Studio One Professional. So Presonus was super generous, and they loaned me a couple of pieces of gear. And the first thing they loaned me was the Studio One 192 interface. This is an 8-channel USB 3 interface that we're going to be using for this series. Super thankful to Presonus for sending this to me. I really appreciate it. This has 8 mic pre's, and what's awesome about the Studio 192, especially when you use it along with Studio One, is that there's a lot of things inside of Studio One, the software, to help you control the Studio 192 right from the software, which is great. But what makes this super special is this has a DSP chip inside of the interface. And what that means is we're going to be able to record through plugins into our DAW with no latency. So what that means is we're going to be able to record through compressors, through EQs. We're going to be able to shape the sound of our drum kit prior to it hitting Studio One. And then we're going to be able to choose whether we want to print that sound in the recording process or we just want to monitor that in our headphones and mix it later. A lot of options, super powerful. And for the price of this interface, there's nothing else on the market like this. Again, I've been doing some testing with it, getting prepared to record this series. This is an awesome interface for, I think, about $900 US price as of the recording of this video, at the time of this video. You can't beat it. Wonderful sounding mic pre's, lots of flexibility. You can control it right from Studio One, or if you're not using Studio One, you can control it with an application called UC Surface Control, which is a separate application which you can use along with another DAW to control the Studio 192. So this is super cool. So this has 8 mic pre's, and you can also control this with our iPad app, our Studio One iPad app, which I'm going to show you as well in the recording series, drum series. So here's the Studio 192. And then lastly, from Presonus, We are going to also be using, when we get to our larger microphone recording setup, we're going to be using the Digimax DP88, which is an add-on to the 192, which will give us an additional 8 mic pre's that we can hook up to the Studio 192, so we can have 16 inputs of simultaneous recording or mic pre's in our rig. Now, what we're going to do in this recording drum series is we're going to do everything from a 1 mic technique up to about a 12 mic technique. So once we get up to the 12 mics, the Studio 192 is going to run out of preamps. So Presonus was generous enough to give me the DP88 to loan it to me, so we can use this for the series, and this is going to be really, really cool. So here is the Digimax DP88 from Presonus. In everything right now, these units are all hooked up here in my rack. You can see over to my right. Everything's already hooked up. We got Studio One up and going. We've been doing, like I said, lots of test recordings, and things are sounding really, really cool. So I'm really excited to start filming this series. This is going to be ready and probably out to the public probably at the end of April, maybe the first week of May of 2016. So depending on when you're watching this video, if it's before May 2016, stay tuned, it's coming. Sign up to the Facebook page, and also sign up on my VIP list on my website at homerecordingmadeeasy.com. You'll get advanced notification for when this series is going to be ready before it goes out to the public, and probably get a special price on it as well that will not be made available to the public. So that is the day 3 behind the scenes of the making of recording drums in Studio One made easy. I'm super excited. I'm going to get to filming, and I will continue to make these behind the scenes as we're kind of going through the series. And again, stay tuned for the recording series. It's coming very soon. I really appreciate you guys being patient, and I always appreciate your support. So please make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel if you have not done so already. Like our Facebook page as well if you would. That would be great. Follow me on Facebook. There's a lot of information. I put posts up every couple of days that kind of tell you what we're doing and what's coming out and what's going on in the world of home recording made easy. And once again, if you have not signed up for the email list, go out to homerecordingmadeeasy.com. Right on the homepage, sign up for my special VIP email list. You will get special pricing and special discounts and special offers on all the Made Easy products, as well as the Quick Mix series that is not available to the public. And it's right on the homepage. You can sign up real easy, and you also get 5 free gifts from me just for signing up. Go to the website, check it out. It's self-explanatory. If you have any questions, you can always email me through my website at homerecordingmadeeasy.com. So for more tips, tricks, concepts, techniques, and training around everything home recording, again, be sure to go out to homerecordingmadeeasy.com. And if you want some more information on my mixing and mastering services, you can always head out to visionrecordingstudios.com, and I'd be more than happy to help you. And until next time with another behind the scenes, this has been David Vignola with homerecordingmadeeasy.com. I will see you guys all soon. Take care.